What's happening? What's happening? Y'all gotta forgive me, man. My mouse is dead. So, we gonna rock this thing on out, you know. I'ma have to work on a makeshift type vibe, you know. Might have to stop and charge the mouse, you know. Hopefully not, but probably so. But we gonna work it out, y'all. What's happening? We in here. Cowboys took a L. They did indeed. Probably a L we need. You know what I mean? Hey, we got some of that humble pie. We did. It is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was. But shout out to everybody rocking. Let's see. Shout out to Miss Gina L. Chase. Shout out to Kelvin. Shout out to Flo. Cowboys Click. Give me a one if everything sounds good, man. It's a rough start. I had everything together, but they want to hate me out, though. You understand? So, let's see. Shout out to April Barnes. Shout out to John Cofield, Jackie, Gary Murphy, JB2. Who else? Charlie Jones, G Whitening, Etta Lockhart. Shout out to everybody. Okay. I just stole a little charge. Nah, it's still at 1%. But we gonna rock this thing on out. Shout out to everybody rocking. Alright, let's get it. We ain't gonna make them haters hate today, because I'm so behind. But what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Now you might think you at school or maybe even at home or watching me through a phone, but I promise you, you are in the trap, sir. I promise. Make no mistake about it, man. Hey, man, I don't know who these people think we is. Y'all think we got thin skin over here? Y'all think it's over just because we took an L, just because we got punched in the mouth? Y'all think it's done? See, I see what kind of character some of y'all is. I see what kind. As soon as you get punched in the mouth, you laying down giving your wallet up, man. As soon as some adversity comes. Now, of course, I talk my talk about Arizona and we got hit in the mouth. We did, you understand? It seemed like the team was on the same type of vibes as me, overlooking, you know, but the difference is I don't have to play. The team had to play. It looks like we overlooked the Arizona Cardinals, and you know, when that happens, you get punched in the mouth. That's just trap. It is what it is. But don't think this must be your first time here. This must be your first time here if you thought I was ducking us or running from some smoke. This must be your first time being in the trap, sir. We don't duck no smoke. We don't do that. We understand that the team just took an L. It happens. You know what I'm saying? You come in here. You play around. You have 11 penalties. You know what I'm saying? You don't score in the red zone. And in the NFL, against an NFL team, you lose the game. Simple as that. But, you know, it is what it is when you sit up here and say, hey, the Cowboys this and we terrible. Now all of a sudden Dak is terrible and trash all of a sudden because he threw an interception. But this is what I want y'all to understand. Okay, the same people who judging Dak and this offense and anybody off of one game, I guarantee you won't do the same about the defense. Because if you judge anybody off of one game, that means you don't have a real opinion. What if we judge DQ off this one game? Wouldn't that be foolish? The defense had a bad game. They had an off day. They got beat. But it's a lot of people up here saying Dak is terrible off of this one game and the offense is terrible. Mike McCarthy is terrible. I guarantee you're going to get a defense that grace. The same people that's talking crazy about this offense, they won't say the same about the defense. They'll just say the defense had a bad game and then they'll let them reboot the next day. That's why you don't sit up here and listen to fools. You know what they say? A wise man told me don't argue with fools, because people from a distance can't tell who is who, sir. Trap. If one game tells you everything you need to know about a player, that means you don't have a valid opinion. Because I've seen Dak be spectacular one game. Did you make your opinion off that game? Or did you make your opinion off one game again? Listen, this is what the difference is. You can't just look for the narrative that puts your narrative. You see what I'm saying? Soon as you get a indication that you was right, you just dive on it. You don't even wait around. You don't even play it off. You just dive on it. You just dive on it. But listen, if you judging people off one game, if you judging this team off one game, why you ain't judging them off the other two games? Trap. You've seen this team be phenomenal. You've seen this team be dominant more times than you've seen them be bad. You've seen them win and be dominant and shut people out more times you've seen them get upset. So how you judging them off one game? See, this is when you start thinking critically and you start challenging these crazy people logic. You don't sit up here and argue with fools, sir. You just can't do it. But I guarantee you the same people dragging Dak Prescott like he the worst quarterback in the league for throwing an interception, dragging Mike McCarthy because he the worst OC in the history of the world, them same people gonna give Dan Quinn his grace. Trap. But listen, my thing about it is, when the defense supposed to been dominant, right? The defense is who's supposed to been dominant. The defense is who had the less changes. The defense is who we supposed to lean on. Everybody knew this offense was going to be a work in progress, right? Everybody understood this offense going to be a work in progress. So how y'all just think that the offense all of a sudden just going to take over everything? No, who I'm really disappointed in is the defense, because that's one thing we supposed to hold our hat on. We supposed to hold our hat on the defense. One thing about this Cowboy team is this defense supposed to been dominant. And this defense then supposed to give up no 4 touchdowns to no Arizona Cardinals. Trap. Now, by no means I'm giving the offense no excuses, because the Arizona Cardinals defense is not good enough. You know what I'm saying? They're not good enough to make you squander like that. But at the same time, we understand this offense is a work in progress. This offense is not all the way right. We know that. You gotta get it you gotta get that fixed. You gotta get that fixed. The red zone was a problem. You gotta get that fixed. Okay. Now, like I said, when you see it one time, okay, we'll give them the benefit of the doubt. We'll give them grace. With more information, you learn now the red zone is a problem, sir. When you have all them attempts against an inferior defense, now the red zone is a problem. Now, with the first game, I'm not jumping to conclusion. I'm not taking it from Alabama to Afghanistan off of one play, off of one game, off of one bad showing. I'm not doing that. But we've seen the red zone be a problem 2 times in a row. So now it's concerning. Now it's a problem. Now we have to address it. You see what I'm saying? I'm not going off of one thing. I'm going off a consistent trend, something I've seen happen over and over. Now we can say, okay, the red zone is an issue now. It is. That's the way I do my analysis. I'm not going to say one thing, it happened one time and now it's just the end of the world. No, we've seen it happen consistently. We've seen it happen 2 times in a row, week to week. Mike McCarthy needs to get more creative in the red zone. We see that. Dak Prescott needs to make his throws when it's time to make his throws in the red zone. You know, we was going up and down the field. It was easy work going up and down the field, but when it came to scoring in the red zone, it was a problem. It just was, y'all. So, you know, we understood that the offense was going to be up against it. We had most of our O-line missing. You understand? We had most of our O-line missing. So if you look at that, who was missing on the defense other than Trayvon Diggs? You knew that the offense was going to probably struggle a little bit. You understood that. Trayvon Diggs went there on the defense. That's it. Everybody else was healthy. We expect this defense to at least be okay, decent. We really expect it to be dominant, but you can't be dominant every week. So I'm not putting it all on the defense either. I'm just saying you at least expect the defense to show way better than that. Just being real. The defense had least challenges. I mean, they had least changes, right? You know what I'm saying? The defense been more consistent. Nobody changed. The coaching staff didn't change on the defense. DQ still there. The defense didn't change. You had one player missing. What was that excuse? We got some things we could say about the offense. The whole offensive line was gone for one. This is a new offense they trying to work out the kinks of, and it's week 3, right? So it's going to be some kinks that you got to work out. It's not going to be picture perfect. It's not going to be all sunshines for this offense. It's just not. But we got to realize the one constant that we say we had was our defense. I can't make an excuse for the defense. I swear. If I wanted to put lipstick on this pig, I don't know what to say about the defense. The defense just got caught lacking today. The defense got caught lacking. If I wanted to sit up here and make an excuse for the offense, I at least have a case to make. I'd be like, okay, the offense ain't had their offensive line. It's a new offense. What if I wanted to lie to y'all? What excuse could I make for the defense right now? Somebody be creative. What excuse could I make for the defense? Trayvon Diggs was gone and they was shocked or something. They was deer in the headlights. I don't know what else I can say. Everything else, bro, this is the same defense who was dominating from week to week. This is the same defense who was gangster last year. I don't know what else we can say. That's why I say the constant on this team supposed to be in the defense, y'all. The constant supposed to be in the defense. Everybody was saying, hey, the defense, we going to have to lean on this defense. Now all of a sudden it's Dak fault because he threw an interception. Trap. See, that's all I'm saying. So if we gonna go there, man, we gonna go there. We need to go back to all that stuff we've been saying all the rest of the weeks. The defense is this. The defense is that. We gonna lean on this defense. You run the ball because you're playing good. You're catering to your defense. What happened to all of that now? Now it's just, Dak terrible because he threw an interception. Okay, I'm finna get into the show now. I think I let my mouse charge a little bit. I had a rant to get off on anyway. You know, I had to rant a little bit. Y'all know that. But okay, shout out to Jay Recruiter with the $5 super. He says, players and coaches said they had to dumb down the offense because of all the last-minute O-line injuries. It was obvious by the play calling. Exactly. It was a lot of stuff on the fly. They added some quick plays, Dak said, on the fly. But we finna get into all of this real quick, man. I just had to, I hate the start was like this, but we got stuff to talk about. Shout out to Asher Pie with the $2 super. He said DQ has a problem gameplay against mobile quarterbacks, bottom line. I think that's pretty evident. The beginning of the game, he ran a 50, 60-yard run. That's unacceptable. But was that a bird or a plane, y'all? My bad. I don't know why my sound ain't playing. Do y'all hear the sound? I don't think y'all hear that. Bird or plane, y'all. My bad. Nah. I don't know why my sound ain't playing. The sound ain't playing for some reason. But we understand what's going on. I don't know what's going on with my kinks, but we're going to work it out. Hold on, let me make sure my interviews and that ain't playing. What in the world is going on with my system? That's crazy. I don't know why no sound is working. I don't know. We might have to just, let me see. What is going on? Let me see. Oh, I see what's going on. My bad. Wait a minute. What's going on today? Okay. One more time, and I'm going to just give up on it if it don't work. I don't know what's going on this morning. Cowboys got me in shambles. Yeah, my sound just ain't working today. Can y'all hear me? I don't know what's going on with my sound today. Yeah, I had a whole show together. It is not working out. I don't know what's going on. But we still can rock this thing on now. Good grief. Can y'all hear this? Y'all heard that? Y'all heard that? Look at them haters in the building right there with the dislikes. As if CBS, NBC don't have technical difficulties. See, them the same type of people I told you. They'll fold up like a lawn chair. They'll fold up like a wallet. You understand? Just like Law Nation say all the time. Them boys folding up. But listen, we built different than that. We won't allow that to happen. Listen here. That's why I got on my soldier hat today. Because we need the people who willing to fight right now. Because one punch in the mouth shouldn't make you give up your wallet, sir. It just shouldn't. It just shouldn't. We still got some things to talk about though. But yeah, we gotta get these likes up because we see them dislike people. I don't even think my cry gonna work. Let's see. Can't hear none of it. But we need the dislike people to get drained out, you know, as if we don't have problems on NBC and NBC. You understand? Them boys ain't built like that. They yell in the belly, y'all. They yell in the belly. Trap. But we good. We finna talk about now the red zone struggles. We understand now it is a problem. Like I said before, one showing that was bad. We seen one that was good. We seen one that was bad. Now we seen two that was bad. So now I think you can honestly say that it is a problem, right? You see it more than one time, it's a problem. If you see it one time, that's just a bad day. That's just a bad showing. You see it two times, now it could be potentially a problem. Now, missing your offensive line might not help you either. You know, missing your offensive line, Dak missed a couple of throws, a combination with a couple of miscues. It was third down and Dak dropped the snap. Like, it's crazy stuff that's just happening. You could tell this offense was out of rhythm. A lot of pre-snap penalties with an inexperienced O-line. You understand? It's a lot of stuff that combined to make this bad. You understand? It was a couple of missed throws, which every quarterback does. You gonna hear them say it's all Dak fault because he missed some throws. Do y'all watch any other football, man? I would please, I need y'all to watch other football. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I can tell when people only watch the Cowboys. Like, y'all need to watch more than just the Cowboys, man. If you think this is all Dak's fault because he missed a couple of throws, sir, you just don't know football. You know what I'm saying? He threw an interception in the red zone. That was on him. You understand? He made a bad decision. But at the same time, the game, we was down 2 scores already. We down 2 scores. We got to get in there after a while, shit. We got to get in there. Trap. After a while, you can't be conservative no more. You got to get in that touchdown. You got to. So at the same time, it's like, man, after a while, I just can't sit up here and keep handing the ball off. You heard Mike McCarthy say the Cardinals was playing high in coverage. They was playing a whole bunch of I seen quarters coverage and stuff like that. So the best thing to do against quarters is to run the football. That's why you seen Mike McCarthy running the football most of the time. But it's plenty blame to go around everywhere. It's plenty blame to go around everywhere. But I just want y'all, because some of y'all been waiting to hate on Mike. Some of y'all been waiting to hate on Big Mike, though. I just want y'all to have that same energy against Dan Quinn. Because that's all I want. I just want it to be equal. Be equal now, because we praise Dan Quinn all the time. Hey, it's time to talk about Dan Quinn now, sir. Trap. I'm not going to be like y'all and let one game just throw me all the way against Dan Quinn. I'm not going to do that, but we are going to address some of the things that messed up. I just want y'all to keep that same energy across the board. If you're going to give Dan Quinn some grace, give Mike McCarthy some grace. If you're going to give Dan Quinn some grace, give Dak some grace. If you're going to give Michael Parsons some grace, give Dak some grace. This is one game. Y'all, the same people dog out Dak and be like, hey, Michael Parsons, he just had an off game. Listen here, sir. All I'm saying is be consistent. Don't be Don't contradict yourself. Everybody deserves a little grace after this one game. I feel like we came in here smelling ourselves, like Grandma used to say. We came in here smelling ourselves, and them boys came and put up a dog fight and smacked us in the mouth and won the game. It ain't no other way to say that. We got punched in the mouth, and them boys took it to us. They beat us, and you gotta respect that. Them boys from the top to the bottom, them boys came to play us. It was no BSing around. Them boys came to play. We must have thought we was just finna get a win because we came to the game, because that's what it looked like in the beginning. From the first snap, this boy did what, a 50-yard run. But we sit up here and blame everybody else. You know, this was a team. It's only a few good things I can see from this offense. We're gonna talk about the defense next. But out this offense, we was moving the ball. We had no problems moving the ball. It's just one thing you can point to. It's the red zone. We need to fix the red zone. I think Mike McCarthy, his West Coast philosophy gonna get you up and down the field. But I do think it take a little young whippersnapper up in that red zone. You got to get a little creative. You got to get a little creative in the red zone. Everything is compressed. Everything is tight. It's not too much space to go around. You can't just run past people when you're in the red zone. You got to get a little more creative. So Mike McCarthy just got to go back to the drawing board and fix some of those red zone issues. Just imagine if the red zone went a problem, we would have blew this team out. That's just one thing we can focus on. If this offense need to be running red zone all practice. Mike McCarthy need to be working on red zone plays, tricks with Dak Prescott right now. Day in and day out, they need to be working on red zone. Everything else look like it's just easy work. They just going up and down the field at will. That's one of the most encouraging things. Another, we dialed everybody out on the offense. Mike McCarthy was terrible in the red zone. Dak could have played better. He missed through a whole bunch of throws. Not a whole bunch, but he missed through some throws that he wanted to have back, some important throws in the red zone. He underthrew Micah Gallup over there in the corner. If he would have put that ball out in front, that would have been a touchdown. He kind of underthrew CeeDee Lamb too. If he would have put that out in front, that could have been a touchdown. So Dak, I'm pretty sure Dak got some throws that he wanted back. The offensive line did as much as they could. You know, it was kind of rough in the beginning, but it looked like once they got warmed up, it got a little better with the O-line as well. But that one issue, that could be fixed, y'all. That red zone issue, it can be fixed. It's just attention to details. Then it's definitely going to help you when you got a full, healthy line. When your line come back, it's going to make that way easier, because some of them plays that you was getting 1 yard and 2 yard on the run, maybe you get to the 1 yard line. Maybe you get to the goal line in that run with a healthy O-line. Trap. With a healthy O-line, some of them red zone drives might look a little different. You know what I'm saying? You might have handed the ball off on first down and got to the 1. You might have did a lot of stuff like that and made it way easier. So without us having our O-line, I think that really did hurt us. I'm sure they had to make some vanilla play calls because of the inexperience on the O-line. How intricate you think the play is going to be able to be when these dudes ain't never played together? How you think they're going to do all of this magical stuff? You know that they had to dumb it down just a tad bit to get them people to play together. We got to understand that. He said the run game wasn't an issue. It was an issue in the red zone. See, this what I be saying when I see people like DeQuincy, because I know he want to blame it on Dak. But listen, if you got that same logic, if the run game wasn't an issue, and then you looking at the box score and they put up a lot of run yards, it's the same thing what the offense did. The offense was going up and down the field, and when it got to the red zone, it struggled, just like the run game. The run game did the same thing. That's all it did. It struggled in the red zone. We couldn't get over the hump in the red zone. So I'm sure with a healthy O-line, the red zone would have been better. I'm pretty sure. Mike probably would have leaned more on the run game in the red zone with a healthy O-line, and it probably would have worked itself out to a certain degree. So, we took the L. The offense got something to work on. We can move on. Mike McCarthy got a lot of red zone that he need to work on. And it is what it is, man. That's at least I'm really happy that we did this right now. I didn't want to find this out against San Francisco. I tell you that. He said dumbing it down did not help. Hey, Miss Queen, when you missing 2 of your 3 your 5 starters, that's almost 50% right there. That's a lot of people. And then they didn't know Tyron Smith. He said Tyron Smith was actually like a game day decision. So they really didn't know until the last minute that Tyron wasn't going to play. So that was pretty much like they going to have to do what they can do in the red zone or with the O-line at all. The best thing you could do with the O-line is run. They couldn't get it done in the red zone. That's all it is. So, it is some encouraging stuff. Let's talk about some positive that I seen from the offense. I was wrong on every prediction that I had, But one thing I was right about, who was here to listen in the pregame show what I said about Michael Gallup? Who remember what I said about Michael Gallup? I said, hey, it ain't that Michael Gallup was playing bad. He just wasn't involved in the offense. He just wasn't a part of it. Mike McCarthy was not looking his way. And listen, MG balled out. You got to give him his props. Trap. That's a positive right there. That's a positive. What you said, what Trey? What's cap? What I capped about? Let me know. We ain't ducking no smoke, man. We ain't ducking no smoke. You know how I go over here. What I did, what happened, what I do. But what's happening, Kyle, man? I know you about pissed off too. It is what it is. Yo, we gotta wear this L. The mainstream media got what they wanted, like Dak said, and we deserve it. We deserve it this week. We do. We had no excuse to lose this game. We deserve it this week. He said MG finally appeared after 2 years. Let's see him do that against the Pats. See, look, you rooting against your guy? Look, I told you, look, last year he was hurt, Trey. The year before that, I don't know what happened to him. I ain't gonna count to you now. I ain't gonna, But look, Trey, was you here yesterday? Was you here in the pregame when I did the pregame show? I just told you, that wasn't my opinion. That was what I seen from the film. I evaluated Michael Gallup himself. I looked at every snap he did. I'm like, boom. If you look at that Jets game, every time Dak could throw the ball quick, boom, boom. He ain't even getting to the progression where Michael Gallup is. So it wasn't necessarily like Michael Gallup was just being bad. He just wasn't involved in the offense that game. He literally wasn't. That's the way Mike McCarthy ran his offense. He like, man, if I'm cooking over here, if I got all these people cooking, why would I go somewhere else? If I got CeeDee Lamb cooking, why would I go somewhere else? It makes no sense at the end of the day. So when you think about that, I look at it like this. I told y'all, it wasn't that Michael Gallup was bad last week. It's just he wasn't involved in the offense. You seen them make an assertive effort to get him involved in the offense, and he cooked, right? Trey, you asking him to do it again, but did he not play good this game? Let me know that, because I told you it wasn't like that, bro. I told you it wasn't like that. I told you. I said, hey, man, you give Michael Gallup some opportunities if you involve him, because I know Mike McCarthy schemed his players. He schemed CeeDee Lamb open a lot of them times. He schemed CD open a lot of them times. So now if you focus on Michael Gallup and give him some opportunities, he going to ball out too, in which that's what you seen this week. He said, I'm calling cap on your red zone statement, landlord, regarding the red zone. What'd I say? I just said maybe if we had our O-line, I'm sure it would have been easier. I don't see how you can hate on that. And I said Mike McCarthy needs to get more creative. I said that. What I capped about. Jay Recruiter says, I feel sorry for the Cheatriots. Yeah, they might get it. If this team don't come out next week and beat the crap out of the Patriots, I'm gonna be concerned then, because y'all ain't who I thought y'all were. Because I thought this would have been a statement game, and hey, really it wouldn't have been no statement game. They would have just said the Cowboys beating up on bad players. Oh, you said they went running in the red zone. They ran a couple of times, Trey. They ran a couple of times. Now I gotta reevaluate the film. The film come out later on today. I had a film later on today. Thanks to the trap. You know, we ain't waiting 3 days for the film no more. Thanks to y'all. That's on y'all. Trap. You know, I appreciate all the love and support that we get. Some of the money that y'all get, it's a lot of subscriptions people have to pay for. It's a lot of stuff that I have to, expenses that I don't count that goes towards this. Being able to get film and stuff like that, that comes from y'all support. So I do stuff like that because y'all giving me money, and it helps me get better at what I'm doing. And it helps me get more reach. So look, the trap just went from waiting. I used to have to wait till about Wednesday to get film, y'all. It was ugly. But now, you know, thanks to y'all contributions, I found a way, and I had to pay, of course, to get the film quicker. So, hey, we'll have film tomorrow. Shout out to Mr. Keith Shepard with the $4.99 for your mind. He says, landlord, I'm not completely mad because I'm taking my son to the week's game in Texas. It's my first game in Texas. Waiting to see the aftermath of this loss. Yeah, you should see a focused team. Listen, I want y'all to know, it's kind of good to get your punch in the mouth this early though. I wouldn't think about this. We know. Let's talk about facts, and then we're gonna go to the defense. Let's talk about facts. Is this offense complete? Is this offense already? Is all the kinks worked out? This offense in week 3, and it's a new offense that they done kind of merged with the old offense. Let me know how y'all feel about that now. Somebody please. I want the votes in here because we gonna keep it real on here. Is this offense worked out? Do you expect this offense to be 100% kink free and just going crazy in the first 3 weeks? Let me know. We need yeses and nos because this is honest evaluation right here. This is unbiased. We just keeping it real. This is what's going on. Do you expect this offense to be, I'm talking about just top tier in week 3? Do you expect that? This is what I want to know. Shout out to Trey with the $2 super. He said we need to run RPO and more Hunter in the red zone. Hunter was doing good too. Hunter was a plus 2. Hunter was actually cooking a little bit when he got his opportunity, so that was a bright spot too. Okay, I see nope, no, not it, no. So, okay, now when we take that, we got to understand that's part of the game, bro. That's part of it. This week 3. But to be honest, the reason we felt like we should, because the Cardinals wasn't a good team like that. We went in here playing with them boys. We went in here playing with them, and it's the NFL. Listen, throughout the whole world, these are the best players there is in football, y'all. Know what I'm saying? Then you add the fact that we working out the kinks, and we have no offensive. We had 2 offensive linemen missing, right? Listen, this the best time to get your punch in the mouth. Okay, now we just talked about it. We didn't expect the offense to be great already. We knew we had kinks to work out. We missing 2 of our 5 offensive linemen. These ain't excuses, these facts. Okay, those 3 facts, right? Would you rather take your L, a surprising L, against a team early in the year while everybody working it out? Or would you rather week 8 when you think you got everything worked out where you should be in mid-season form, and then you get this loss? Which one would you like the best? To get your lumps early while you still figuring out and working out the kinks, or week 8 when you feel like you should have it all together and this loss would have happened? This is the best time to get your loss, sir. This is the best time to get your loss. This right here will make everybody say, okay, maybe I ain't the greatest of all time. Maybe I'm not him.
It's me, I'm him, I'm not them. I'm him Jones, I'm him Duncan.
Maybe I'm not him. Maybe I do need to work a little harder. Everybody was smelling themselves. This is great humble pie for the offense as well. So I think I think that's easy. Of course we're not gonna be top tier in week 3. We still look good, but we ain't top tier. We ain't mid-season form. Everybody ain't on one accord right now. So that's expected. These are facts we just said. All that was facts. No excuses, facts. That's what that was. That was all facts. So we understand having this type of loss early in the year is way better than week 8. We already knew we had stuff to work out. Now it's just more urgent now. That's all it is. Now, it does concern you far as like, you know, we feel like we're a different team than we used to be. We feel like we're a different team. You know what I'm saying? We feel like an inferior opponent, we supposed to beat them. Of course, that's what we feel like. But when you come in here and you get yourself 11 penalties, you go 1 for 5 in the red zone, that's exactly how you lose on the road. With injuries, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of stuff that you did to yourself that piled on to make this a loss. The referees didn't help you at all last night. They was not on our side at all. The refs was in mid-season form. They was calling everything. I ain't gonna lie. They was calling everything. But now, let's see. Mr. Trey still disagreeing. He says, I disagree again, landlord. I'm sure you do. This was our last easy game. This is not the loss you want now. I mean, listen, if we would have destroyed them, Trey, and then we go up against some good teams, we would have really we would have been getting destroyed then. We would have really caught some lumps at the wrong time. You best believe this team finna be ready to go up against them good teams. We would have been taking it easy. We would have been thinking we were the best of the world. You know what I'm saying? The best in the world, Craig. That's what we would have thought. Now we know we're not the best in the world because we got beat by a bad team. Now we sitting up here like, man, look, we going up against a good team. Listen, Trey, you know this team ain't going to slip on a good team. We going to be ready for a good team. So I disagree with your assessment. We going to be ready for a good team, sir. That we'll get caught slipping for a bad team. Them the teams I be concerned about. A good team, we going to get up. We going to be ready for them, sir. Real talk. A good team, the Cowboys going to be ready. Whether they win or not, that's different. But ain't no way you could tell me this ain't a good time to lose when you still working out the kinks. Ain't no way. And then you saying we playing good teams, sir. We gonna be ready for the good teams. You overlook bad teams. You know what I'm saying? When you play the good teams, they gonna be serious in them. They gonna be good. They gonna be serious for the good teams. But let's move to this defense. Okay, we got humble pie for the defense as well. The defense been getting praised. They been getting praised and praised and praised. You understand? And now it's time for them to eat where they L. It's time for them to wear they L. Wait a minute. It's time for them to wear they L. Y'all give me 1 second. It's time for the defense to wear they L. They been getting praised all this time, and now, you know, that humble pie set in. Now you got to be humble. You got to be humble. You know, one thing I didn't like about this game is because, to be honest, I feel like we just overlooked these dudes. For real. We overlooked these dudes. Listen to this. This is what I say. The reason I say I feel like we overlooked these dudes, because think about the biggest plays on the defense we gave up. The biggest things we gave up on the defense was what? I feel like we overlooked these dudes. The reason I say that is because I don't think we took their personnel seriously. Think about this. The personnel, they put a wide receiver at tight end. That's a big indicator for a defense, y'all. That's a big indicator for a defense. Listen, that right there let me know they wasn't even studying these boy personnel. If you see a wide receiver line up at tight end, that right there should tell you like, hey man, these boys up to something. Your antenna's supposed to be up. You understand? If you see a wide receiver, that Rick out of Stanford, if you see a wide receiver line up at tight end, that your alarm should go off and be like, hey, sum up. Look, 12, number 12, he's at wide receiver. That's an indicator of what something that they working on something. That dude had a 6 to 8 yard pass. Does that not sound like lazy personnel scouting? They had to know, like, a normal defense knows this. A normal defense knows this. If you see players that's out of alignment, that's an indicator, like, that's telltale right there. That tells you a lot. They like, hey, a wide receiver at tight end, watch him. Right? Watch him. That's what that means. If they getting beat by plays like that, that right there is just lazy scouting. Let's just keep it real. DQ don't never get criticism, but this is valid right here. Trap. This ain't saying that DQ is the worst DC in the world, but to this game, he got some things that he need to get go over. And then look at the other biggest player of the day. What did they do? Somebody put the ounce in the chat. Let me know. Let's see if y'all following me where I'm going with this. I say this was lazy scouting. Just being real, it was, because two of the biggest plays was people out of their original alignment. They was out of their original position. Okay, I was waiting on somebody to give me the answer, but I don't think y'all got it yet. Okay, the second biggest play of the day was a wide receiver lining up at running back. Trap. Listen here, y'all. Do that not tell you a lot? Who played defense in this chat? We got how many people in here? 94 people in here right now. Shout out to y'all. Answer me this. Riddle me this. Out of these 94 people, who played defense? Who played defense when they played football? Who played defense? Let me know. Who played defense, and let me know if I'm wrong, because I played wide receiver, but I know this is common sense. When you see people out of alignment, that right there tells you a lot. If they would have been on it, that lets me know that they scouted this game lazy, y'all. Okay, Jay Lombardi and James Simmons, y'all play defense. If you see a wide receiver lined up at running back, does that not make your antennas go up? Let me know. Jay Lombardi, if you see a wide receiver lined up at running back, is you not going to focus on this dude? Let me know that. Both of the biggest plays that we gave up was people out of alignment. That's what that was. The wide receiver lined up at tight end for a 6 to 8 yard pass. Look, that coach was sneaky. I give him credit. That was a great way to do that, though. Real talk. You gotta give respect when respect due. That was a smart way to attack us. That was. Like, we just gotta give it up. That was some good coaching right there. That's why I said we got out coached. We did. I'm not ashamed to say that. The coaches need they blame too. We got out coached yesterday. We did. No lie. It's no sugarcoating, no excuses. We got out coached. We did. Like, it's no way around that. Listen, who else said that? Two of the biggest plays was people out of alignment. That right there supposed to made your antennas up. That right there let me know that they didn't scout these boys properly. Look, you got to give them props, Jay Lombardi, right? If you a real football guy, bro, you just got to, hey, sometimes you got to congratulate. That was dope, bro. That was dope. Them boys sneaked us. They just sneaked us, bro. That was brilliant. That was brilliant. Them boys knew that they was getting overlooked. And when they came in here, they said, okay, the Cowboys, we know we got to come out here and play them hard. We got to beat the Cowboys. We gonna come out here and play hard. Okay, if they sleeping on us, you know what they ain't gonna pick. You know what they ain't gonna pick up on. If we put our Ricky wide receiver at tight end, them boys probably ain't even scout our Ricky. Trap. This is smart coaching. Them boys got us, bro. We got to give them boys their props, man. When somebody beat you, you got to give them their props. They coach was like, hey, they sleeping on us. We finna put our Ricky wide receiver at tight end. They ain't never gonna know what happened. They exposed all of our weaknesses. From drive one, Josh Dobbs go run for a how long run? 50-something yard run, some crazy stuff. That's one of our weaknesses. We do all these stunts. They ran and exposed our stunts that we do on the defensive line. We break contain all the time. They let them go. Boom, 50-yard run. Another thing, they knew we was sleeping on them. They knew it was lazy scouting. Them boy put their rookie wide receiver at tight end and did a 6 to 8 yard bomb. That's smart. Bravo. You got to give it to them. Okay? The next play, they put their speedy receiver at running back and did a big-time run for a touchdown. Bro, that's just them sneaking us. That's them sneaking us. That's them out-coaching us. That's them out-scheming us. Hey, the coaches took an L. The defense took an L. The offense took an L. This is a team L right here. Trap. This is a team L right here. Everybody took an L. Everybody need to look in the mirror. Everybody need to look in the mirror. But that right there, to me, I know I might get some slack for this. I might get some unsubs for this. But I don't do this for subs. I do this for truth. I want my team to win. I need 6, sir. So I know some people going to be mad at me for criticizing Dan Quinn, but it's the truth. That was lazy scouting. You know what I'm saying? I risk my growth. I risk my reputation to say what the truth is because I need my team to win, sir. Care about none of that. Some people up here ain't going to be man enough to tell you this. Some people ain't going to be man enough to tell you this. They going to keep blowing smoke up your behind. But I don't care about that because I really love this team. I really want to see us win. I'm not finna sit up here and just be trying to get no money or no clicks or no subs. This is real, bro. I don't care about none of this stuff. I'm going to tell you the truth. The truth is that was some lazy ass scouting. It is what it is, bro. It was lazy scouting this week. And it's not the end of the world. It's just the truth for this week. This man, we got. Right now, week 3, this the best time to get got. To me. This the best time to get got. Now, you got a whole, how many more games to create this? How many more games you got to write this? Right? You got a lot of games to right them wrongs you just did. You got a lot of games to right them wrongs. That's why I love it. So, Trey, that's one of my reasons why I say I take my loss early. I take my loss early because now you got a lot of weeks left to right them wrongs, right? You got a lot of weeks left to think about this L when you lose. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of weeks left to think about this L when you want to stop working out, when you don't want to take them other reps, when you don't want to look at the film tonight. You got a lot of this L gonna burn. So I'm glad it's happening in week 3 opposed to week 8 against a good team. Listen, Trey, then you said this the easy game. I ain't just picking on you. We just having a discussion, Trey. See, I know you ain't gonna, I like people like you because you ain't gonna go with the flow. You gonna keep it real. So look, with the loss in week 3, think about it. You lost to a sorry team. We lost to a sorry team. That team ain't good enough. Look, what's the excuse, Trey? What's the excuse? If we lost to a good team, we'll be like, well, they're a good team. You know? I rather them get a real look in the mirror. If we look, Trey, you know I ain't lying though. Cause look, you been keeping it real, you gotta keep it real on that. If we lose to a good team, they'll just be like, hey, they're a good team now. You know what I'm saying? They just gonna admit it like, hey, we lost, we did bad, but hey, they're a good team. That'll be their excuse. You ain't got them excuses when you lose to a bad team. You got to actually face yourself in the mirror. I love it. You got to face yourself in the mirror. It's no excuses. That's all on you. Shout out to Michael Nelson with the $1.99 for you, man. He said, bro, you cooking. I'm with you, DC4L. I appreciate you, man. Like I said, bro, I love my content creators, bro. I love some of these people in the space, bro, but I swear to y'all, man, this ain't about just money and clicks and subs for me, man. I want to win. Like, bro, I could come up here and sell y'all fairy tales every day. I could come in here and sell y'all fairy tales every day if my main goal was to grow and to get y'all money. That ain't what it is. I might piss y'all off sometime, bro. Hey, I might piss you off sometime because I'm going to just keep it real. This is what I do. Hey, if you ain't man enough to this is what I want you to say. If not just content creators, anybody that's talking about this subject, if they ain't man enough to criticize DQ just like they do the offense, you don't need to be watching them. Trap. Ain't no way you can excuse this. Just like we look bad on the offense playing against a bad defense, the defense look bad playing a bad offense. It's no excuses for this loss. No excuses. And that's a good segue. Y'all thought I was coming in here to make excuses? You must be new here. Trap. You must be new here. You must not be familiar with my work. Sorry for you. We don't make excuses. We taking it for real. We telling you the real truth. Everybody will be held accountable. Now, the difference is I got to sit up here and take this L, and the Cowboys take the L, and they get millions for it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I got to wear this L off of all this stuff I said. I said, hey, we going to beat the crap out of these boys. I got to come up here and wear this L, and I ain't making no millions. I don't get to run to the bank about it. So, this the difference. You understand? I'm still here letting you know I was wrong. We overlooked the Arizona Cardinals, and they beat our ass. They did. Trap. Well, Michael Price said, no excuses. It was no excuses. They got us. They beat us. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, they beat us under wet conditions. They beat us under the conditions that we gave them 11 penalties. They beat us under the conditions of what? We had a bunch of miscues. They beat us under the conditions of we had a lot of injuries, and we was on the road. All of that stuff is stuff that after all of those bad things we did, we still was in the game. Shout out to Ty Lockhart in the building with the $1.99 for your mind. He just wanted to show some love. I appreciate it. But I just want y'all to know, like, yeah, we it's no excuse. We got beat and we deserve that loss. We earned that loss. We did. We earned that loss. I could have been, like I said, excuse me, I could have been up here just lying to y'all. I don't want you to feel like the sun gonna shine every day. No, it's not. Sometimes, you know, it need rain. Sometimes you need a little rain. And this way rain gonna make you grow. Rain gonna help you grow. You know what I'm saying? Without the rain, you will never grow. This is some rain on us. This is that dark cloud that we've been needing. And I'm just glad we got it early. Because listen, just imagine y'all would have found out that we had a problem struggling with the run, or our cornerbacks ain't up to par when we played San Francisco. Y'all would have been really mad then. Oh, I thought we were so good. We would have smacked the Patriots and we would have smacked the Cardinals. And then when we played the 49ers, we got embarrassed. Y'all would have really been pissed off then. Trap. Nah, Jay. Cause look, now Michael Parsons got to see how we feel, and it's crazy. Cause look, he on the podcast. You know, I hope he do good with his podcast, but at the same time, he gonna have to wear this. It's easy to do this when we winning. This is the easiest job in the world when we winning. But when we lose, you got to come up here and take all that. You got to stand on that. You got to be solid on that.
I'm solid and stand on whatever.
You got to be solid on it. So now it's time to wear that stuff you say. You know what I'm saying? You got to go out here and prove that every week. Not just 1 week. You got to prove it every week. Shout out to Queen Cowboy with the $2 holler. She says, what made the Cardinals bad, landlord? They bad because, you know, I'm talking about personnel-wise. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about they don't have the stars, Queen. They're not, I won't say they're good. Listen, the reason I say they bad, because they don't have the personnel we have. We really outmatched them in every aspect. But you know what equalized that? What equalized that when we gave them a lot of help and then we came out here playing like they play. We played down to the level of competition. And the reason I say they bad too is because, like I said, listen, if we lined up and played them 3 times, if we lined up and played them 4 times, would you bet on them again? Because I wouldn't. And I ain't even being biased. If we lined up and played them 4 times, how many times you think they'll win? I ain't gonna lie, I think it's just that one. That's why the game of football is so crazy. You gotta respect your opponent because it's one game. It's one game. So that's what the reason I say that. They're not a great team. They just played us. We overlooked them and they came with it, Queen. That's all it is. They came with it. It's smash mouth. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm not finna sit up here and say that they're a great team because they beat us. No, we got beat by a bad team because we played bad. That's all it is. That's all it is. It's okay. We just learned our lesson, Miss Queen. That's all it is. We learned a lesson. We learned a lesson. Do not sit up here and think that you unbeatable. You know what I'm saying? You got to respect every opponent and you got to come to play. That's all it is. Yeah. It's just, you know, I ain't finna sit up here and act like they gonna win the Super Bowl. They a bad team. They still a bad team. That bad team just took a bigger fight to us. We went ready for them. We thought they was coming out there to lay down, and we forgot we the Dallas Cowboys. Everybody would like to beat us. I don't know why it's so hard for the Cowboys to understand this. Like, listen, man, even if a team want to tank, I want everybody to understand this. Even if a team want to lose, listen, they would love to beat us. He said, did you shoot the team? What you mean? What you mean, Queen? Me? Oh, scout the team. Oh, yeah, I scouted the team. They just played. The thing about Arizona, they played hard. It ain't like they got no superstars over there. They just play hard. They play good, sound football. They play good, sound football. And they just took the fight to us. So, you know, the Arizona Cardinals just not like no super team. I honestly think they going to continue to be bad. They just wanted to get up for the Cowboys. Like, watch what I tell you. Now, if teams come in there and not play them for real, they going to lose because they going to take the fight to you. But, you know, if we would have played with the same intensity, we would have blew them boys out. It's no doubt about that. We just lost to a bad team. It's cool. It happens. It happens. It's a lesson learned. It's a lesson learned. That's all it is. Rico Bullock, I don't know if I ever seen. He said this Cowboys team doesn't have championship mentality because every Sunday teams are going to play like it is a Super Bowl because of the jersey we wear. You're right about that. You're right about that. I can't say we don't have championship mentality, but they definitely playing us like a Super Bowl. They playing us like a Super Bowl. I don't see how we don't get there yet. Like, it's supposed to be obvious. Like, it's supposed to be obvious. If you play the Cowboys, bro, they trying their best. They trying to turn up against us. Yeah, we definitely got our coach, Miss Queen. We did. I said, I don't know if you just came in, but yeah, we definitely, I said that already. We got our coached. We did. We got our coached. We really did. And they gonna have to get it together. Luckily, it's week 3. You know what I'm saying? Luckily, it's week 3. They got a lot of kinks to work out. They got a big mirror to look in. That's how it is. They got to get it right. That's what it is. But it's no excuses. We overlooked them, and we lost to an NFL team. That's what happened, literally. And look, you could tell Michael Parsons said the same thing, Miss Queen. I think Mike McCarthy kind of said the same thing. They said something along those lines, like, you know, D-Law said something along them lines. I hate my interviews when working today. I hate my interviews when working. I don't know what's going on with the sound, but y'all know I have it fixed tomorrow. But it was something going on with you heard D-Law said. He was like, they was like, you was feeling good. Y'all feeling good about y'all. So he was like, yeah, we was. He was like, yeah. Then you heard Dak. He was like, I think maybe that was Clarence Hill, the reporter. Shout out to him. He asked Dak, y'all was on top of the world. And then Dak was like, nah, y'all put us on top of the world. Like, everybody feels this was a letdown because of how good we felt like we were. And it's crazy to me, like I said, the defense getting did like that, 4 touchdowns to the Cardinals. And yeah, I got to apologize to Mr. Brian Broaddus too. Because I called Brian Broaddus crazy in the mug. I said, ain't no way they scoring 20 on us. Hey, he was right. I was wrong. Trap. He was right, I was wrong. So salute to Mr. Brian Broaddus. He called that. He called that. He really did. Because I didn't see it no way, no form, no fashion for them to do that. And that's how you do it, though. You come in with big plays. The defense couldn't stay on sides. Like, what was they doing? Yeah. See, I just want people to understand this ain't no one person fault. The coaching could have been better on both sides of the ball. I know DQ is a Teflon Don around here. Nobody shoots shots at him. But like I said, this game today, yeah, he deserves some shots at him. But like we said, this just one game. I don't make my judgment off of one game. I know DQ is a great defensive coordinator. He just got caught lacking this game. I know Mike McCarthy is a great play caller. He just got caught lacking this game. He got to work out the kinks. He got to knock off the rust. He got to get more creative in the red zone for sure. He do. It's no secret about it no more. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, with more information, it changes opinions. We got more information, which was this game and this showing today or last night. Now, hey, he need to get it together in the red zone. He do. It is what it is. Jedi Shogun says, Dak seeing ghosts now. He is on the downslide. He's always scared and nervous now. Dallas always has to have everything perfect to win. Wow. But it's how you get all Dak out of that, though. I just don't understand. I mean, look, I don't get it. Shout out to HT on Sports in the building, man. He says people watched our defense get ran out the field, and we still have people first reaction be Dak sucks. It's because of the interception late, man. It's because of the interception late. That's all they see. They want it. Look, and then even with the interception, we was down 12 because of the defense. You know what I'm saying? The defense had already smacked us. Look, Dak had just scored, right? The defense got back on the field and let them boys score again. Now, look, if he would have stopped them, right, okay, the Dallas had just scored. The defense got back on the field and let them score again. If the defense would have stopped them, who knows? The offense probably would have started cooking after that and got us back into tie the game. The defense gave up another score. Like, it was just, it was just one of them days. Shout out to Mr. A Game with the $5 super. He said, it's the way we lost. Zero discipline, zero absolutely, zero second half adjustments. Okay, one bad half, but where were the adjustments? I think this just was a bad game. I don't know if I seen no defensive adjustments or no offensive adjustments. I don't know if you just got in here, but I said the coaching had to do better this game. We had bad coaching this game. And the coaching is one of the things I'm confident in on this team. I feel like we got some great coaching. Yeah, I think we call I think that's one of the best things to say. Like we just didn't do good in coaching today. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? It happens. It do. It happens. Our coaches gotta get better. Our execution gotta get better. Our red zone, Mike must be more creative. He gotta be more creative. You understand? Hey, like I said, at first, that first alarm, hey man, Mike alright, Mike cool. He'll be alright. When I see it again, hey, that might be a problem. That's all I'm saying, man. But all I want y'all to say, in conclusion, all I want y'all to say is, listen, the same grace you going to give the players that you like, give the players that you dislike that same grace. Because I promise you, I know how we do. We humans. If we see something that confirms our thoughts on somebody we dislike, we be like, I knew it. I told you. That's just how human beings is, All I'm going to say is just hold that same grace across the board. This is one game. It is not the end of the world. The sky is not falling. But at the same time, We got some work to do. You know what I'm saying? We got some work to do. I'm not pushing this to the side and say, oh, they'll be fine and everything is lovely in the dream world. I'm not saying that. We got some stuff to work on. We do. We need to get the red zone in check. We need to work on stopping the run still. We still don't know how to stop the run. That's a problem. And those two things that we're going to have to adjust and we're going to have to get together. Let's see. Keith said, landlord, it seems like some of our young stars players had attitudes in the first quarter. It seemed like some players' demeanor concerned me. Ain't no telling. Everybody hate when they losing. We was losing from start to finish. That's not a good feeling. You know what I'm saying? We was losing from start to finish, man. That's not a good feeling. Troy Moore says we need that little shovel pass thing. That's nice. Now look, when you watch a Kansas City game, right? When you watch a Kansas City game, do you see all this creative little trick stuff they be doing? Mike need to be watching that tape. Kansas City run West Coast offense too, and the Reed, the West Coast offense guy. So yeah, you can integrate some of that stuff, man. You know, Mike got to get a little more creative in the red zone. Everything is compressed in the red zone. It's not as easy in the red zone. You can't just run past people in the red zone. You got to be able to trick somebody in the red zone. You know what I'm saying? You can't just run past people and stuff like that. It ain't enough space. You got to be able to trick people in the red zone. Now, that's creative play calling. And the offense got to work on that. Mike McCarthy need to be working on red zone all day. They need to be working on red zone as soon as practice start until it ends for the next couple of days. Work on the red zone packages. Kid Cowboy says they get paid tomorrow. They'll put it behind them after a day of spending money. Hey, man, like I said, they run into the bank with them M's. So, hey, it must be nice. It must be nice. Keith says SMH at wide receiver lined up at tight end and halfback. Yo, that's just lazy, Scout. We got comfortable. They caught us lacking. They sneaked them in there, Mr. Keith. It is what it is. They sneaked us. They sneaked us. Iceberg said, landlord, the red zone might be tricky unless you got some new tight ends coming in. I think Iceberg, with the O-line being healthy, I promise you, I think it'll solve a lot of that. It'll solve a lot of that. Because we seen the first week, we got through it. We did decent in the red zone. The second week, I think the defensive line, the Jets defensive line was just winning. They was winning in the red zone. They were. But now, I think we are missing our O-line. Our O-line will solve a lot of this red zone issues, in my opinion. I really do think that. Yeah, I seen LVE coming off the edge a couple of times, you know. But I might be about to get the film in a minute, so I gotta go look. This gonna be some terrible film to watch, but And look, the Cardinals, they just really did scheme us, bro. They did. They look like they put Jordan Lewis in a bad situation. They knew he was just coming back, and that was the reason that coverage was busted. Cause Jordan Lewis, they said Jordan Lewis was playing zone, everybody else was in man. That was good. Like, them boys just schemed us, man. Chata says, landlord, what QBs are so above Dak where Dak makes one mistake and he's done? Man, look, these people are already calling for Dak here, man. I just said, if you judge, this is my take on those extremists. That's what they is. They extremists. If you want to chop Dak head off for one game, you'll have to do the same for DQ, won't you? Trap. See, we just do that to people we like and dislike. We like Cowboy Nation throughout the whole, like, if we did a poll, 90+% of Cowboy Nation love DQ. So we gonna give DQ his grace. I love DQ. So I'm like, I knew this was just a one game. I'm looking at this like one game, okay, we'll get back right. That's my guy. DQ don't even get criticism. on hardly no platforms. DQ is good, okay? Now, if you look at it the other way around, it's just going to have to come to fruition. We're going to have to see this materialize on the field. That's just how it's going to have to go. Let's see. The backups did pretty good consistently considering the offense just looked bad. Yo, the backups actually played decent. I think they kind of struggled in the red zone, though. They struggled in the red zone. But look, that's all I'm saying. If you give one person some grace, give the other person some grace. It's simple as that. It's simple as that. We lost. No excuses. We got to go back to the drawing board and get better. Yeah, the red zone, I'm talking about the red zone issues is more than one game. But I'm talking about like you judging, some people judging Dak off this game because they ain't say he was bad or he needed to go last week though, Trey. That's what I'm saying. They say this from game to game. If your judgment coming out one game is not a real opinion because everything changes from game to game. So how that's gonna work? He said DQ, I'm his ass if the 28 points to backups tired of it. Yeah, DQ, hey, he gave up 28 points to some inferior players. And hey, they snuck us. They caught us lacking. That's the football equivalent of catching us lacking. Miss Jackson said, landlord, why it seemed like we lost 70-20? Because it was such a big upset. That's why we feel so sad about it and so upset about it. Because it was an upset. Look at how big we was favored. We was favored 12 points. And we lost. That's a big loss. So it feels like we lost by 70. Because we shouldn't have lost this game. If we would have scored in the red zone, we would have played better on defense, not had all them penalties, we would have won this game. Lil Tyler says, we just gave all the teams in the NFL a blueprint to beat us, which is to run the ball. Yep. And you gonna have to man up and stay solid on it to stop it.
I'm solid and stand on whatever.
That's how it's gonna have to be. They're gonna have to man up. If they can't stop it, it's gonna be a long year. It is. Everybody gonna run the ball on us just like they've been doing over the past couple of years. They gonna run the ball, and it is what it is. We gotta play running teams. We gotta play San Francisco. We gotta play Philadelphia. So we gonna have to prove it. That's what we're gonna have to do. We're gonna prove it. And I think we'll be better though. I really do. I just think we just got caught lacking. We was lazy this game. And we took them boys for granted, and they hit us in the mouth, and we lost. That's how it go. Yeah, I was wrong in a mug. You know what I'm saying? I was wrong. I said all of my predictions was wrong. You know? But it is a few positives. I'm going to name them real quick before I go. Michael Gallup was a positive. He balled out. Rico was a positive. That run Rico did, that was crazy. Now, Rico's stock is going up. I like that. That was dope. So Rico was a positive. Who else was a positive? Rico, Michael Gallup, and then I like what I seen from Brandon Cooks too. CeeDee Lamb. Like the offense did okay. They just couldn't score. That's the worst part about it. Like it just erases everything. You did all of this and then you couldn't score. It's just like, hey, screw all of that. None of it matters now because you couldn't score. So if they just work on the red zone and get the red zone going, this team will be unstoppable. But I think that's about it, man. I'm going to go ahead and ride this thing on. Now, I'm finna try to look at this film, and I'm going to have some answers for you. You know, I'm going to have some answers for you tomorrow because, you know, we pretty much know what happened, but we got to see how it happened. You know, she said, well, was Mizey? Mizey was out there trying, you know. Mizey was out there trying. Hey, I'm telling you. Hey, Talk, I think you just came in. But, hey, we put some accountability on what we seen from the defense and DQ. This was bad coaching. They got us. You know what I'm saying? But like we said, it's just one game. We got a whole season to make up for it. So that's the positives. It's just week 3. We just 2-1. Hey, it gets better from here. This is our starting point. We're going to get better. And I'm confident in that. I know they're going to get it together. Mike McCarthy going to get it together in the red zone. We going to be better. But we got to wear this L right here. We just got to wear this one. We got to take this one on the chin. It is real. And, hey, we earned it. We earned this L right here. We did. But I appreciate all the love and support, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card. And we going to ride this thing on now. We still ain't never fraud. We still going to ride for our team. It still ain't no change. We still America's team now.
We are America's team.
That'll never happen.
The most hated. Y'all don't like us, but y'all tuning in every Sunday.
It ain't no changing on my team. It's still DC4L, and we are what? The greatest. That's who we is. Make sure you hit that like and share for the squad on the way out. Put some money, respect in my hand on our team.
And this is greatness defined.
Let's go.
Every line is divine versus boggle your mind. And
hey, y'all do me a favor and drain out these little dislikes. It ain't nothing but the haters in here watching. The Eagles fans, Eastside Harold, and probably somebody gal I took. Ain't no telling. She chose me, player. She chose me. But did I catch a pass on it? I don't know. Who knows? But let's get these lights up, man. Let them know they can't stop a trap. Let's get it.
They want to see me crash and burn in a ridiculous blaze,
but yet I rise like the Phoenix. Show these people I'm great enough.
Yeah, I know these haters can't stand me. We'll take a seat.
Let's go.
For the family. So
bring the block to the
Grammys.
And if you try to stop me, you need a plan B.
Yeah, I just do it for the real.
Let's
if
go.
You ain't from the bottom, you ain't get how it feel.
Let's
go.
Go
against the odds, go hard, chase meals, make dollars till you make it. Show 'em all you the greatest.
I'm the greatest.
Young poet got flow flowing, his mind blowing.
Let's go.
Flamboyant when brainstorming, it's fair warning.
Yeah.
For my opponents that will be mourning before the morning. Every beat
that sounds about fair right there.
The hot topic, you try to copy, that's hard stopping.
Yeah.
I'm a giant when rhyming and y'all microscopic.
You understand? It wasn't my fault, Trey. You understand? She chose me, player. You get it? Let's go. Salute, salute, salute.
And then my attitude is similar to an animal.
These ain't half as cool. I got different levels to tap into.
I am the truth.
These people know that I kill it.
These are God level lyrics.
I should be on Mount Olympus.
My music therapeutic to the real.
Spirit like it came from ancient killing. Ain't nobody messing with me. I'm the greatest. And not only am I the greatest, we are the greatest. You know them haters hate us because they ain't us. You know them haters want to try to suppress our success. But nevertheless, we pass every single test with flying colors like no other. And like I say, 1K, one love, Cowboys Nation. Let's go.